Hey, it is your buddy, Peace and Harmony with you here today. Much love going out to all the beautiful, empowered harmonizers. We are zooming in and focusing in on a great viewer question, and that is basically how do you break the emotional habit of feeling less than? After you've been in a relationship with a narcissist or series of relationship with someone who might be even antisocial, psychopathic, and you're just sort of in that negative funk mode. How do you break the negative emotional habit of feeling down, of feeling, disenfranchised, fatigue? Really, it's a state of worthlessness and a sort of just exasperation oftentimes. So how do you get yourself back? How do you get your energy back? I mean, this is a great question. And it's really part of healing is to understand that there is an emotional or physiological or kinesthetic base where you need to heal from. And that is in your energy and motion, your emotions. So realize oftentimes that when people are manipulated, they are manipulated to feel a specific way that is conducive to the agenda of someone who wishes to take advantage. So people feel used, they feel cheated, they feel that they have sold themselves out, they feel that they're not living up to their potential, they don't feel like things are really in alignment with where they feel that they should be treated and then how they are being treated. And so to really come through this, you must realize that when people are in relationships with those who are manipulative or those who are narcissistic, those who are psychopathic, they will create a feeling of disempowerment in others, basically through them being less than. So there's this gradient that ends up, so they feel that they're underneath, not as intelligent, not as good looking, not as wealthy, not as dot, 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 dot. So there's part of it. So you have to own and find where that is within you, how they got you sort of feeling this way. Was it something, the way that they looked at you, the things that they said, their tone of voice that, was particularly scolding or critical or condemning in nature, shameful? We're talking about all the unhappy faces. We're talking about the negative comments, or maybe they just left and or they cheated on you, or you just basically exposed them for not being in your best interest, even though you thought that they were, being supportive or loving or in a committed relationship, and you find that they've cheated on you behind your back, or that they have a double and a triple life, that they are, that are in direct contradiction or conflict with who, quote unquote, they are for you. So part of this is you have to realize that and part of being under their manipulation is there's a consistency that they want you to respond with. So, oh yeah, I'll do it. Consistently, oh yeah, so to be consistent means you show up consistently, but to be empowered, you show up differently. It's okay to be inconsistent with the reactivity that you might have participated in or indulged in unconsciously in the past. It's okay to change. To be alive is to change. So it's okay that you do not have to be consistent with their negative image of you. You do not have to prove them right by proving yourself wrong. I mean, you don't have to be consistent with that. So part of the way I think that a covert narcissist or a psychopath succeeds in being so manipulative for a long period of time is that people just put up, they don't speak up, they tolerate it, and they feel an internal need to be consistent with who they have been before. They're afraid to disappoint the narcissist. They're afraid to not be supply. They're afraid to be lovable for who they actually are, because the narcissist, remember, or the psychopath, they don't want to love you for who you are. They want to love you for who they need you to be, or how they look, to be, in other words, if you're going to be out with me, you need to look this way. If you're going to need to be with me, then you have to always give to me. If you're going to be with me, you must always put up and shut up. Do you see? They'll give you these sort of commands, or what I would call like a playbook. And a lot of people don't want that that sort of playbook that they have written a role for you. You're like, I don't like the role that you've written for me. This is not me, you know. So you don't have to be consistent with their wrongs. You don't have to be consistent with their flaws. You don't have to be consistent with their judgment. You don't have to be consistent with their problems, their bad side. You don't have to connect to their bad side. You don't have to connect to their extremes. You don't have to people please them. You don't have to, you know, it's okay for you to change and not be caught being successful. Like, you know, caught being empowered. Like, why is this a problem? It's a problem for them because it becomes a challenge and this makes them uncomfortable. You know, they don't like to be unequal. They don't like to be shown up. These people are your show-offs. These are your people who are they have excessive pride in themselves. I mean, these are your egotistical people who, they need their pride. They need their superiority at all costs, you know, and humbleness, realizing that there's a bigger picture, that there's more to it than there's more to life than being an ego. There's more to happiness than just always trying to fill yourself up in your void because of a lack of ego strength. You know, so people make a lot. They find themselves at a very strange crossroads. It's okay. You do not have to be consistent with the abused person that you were before. You don't have to show up as the victim in your life anymore. You don't have to show up as the one who was ignorant. You don't have to show up as the one who was made to be cheated on. You don't have to be show up in life to be the one who wasn't, giving up or sacrificing everything for them. You don't have to throw away your life anymore. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't have to be consistent with the label that they have put on you. That is their label. It's just kind of like you have to be careful because a self-fulfilling prophecy based on their projection, you'll become the negative. If you accept that and you take it as truth, then you'll become the negative that they're trying to mirror you back to be. So you have to have your own vision. You have to get your own vision back for your life. Do not live under the guise of their negative vision for you. That's just part of their tool of manipulation. Do not allow that to throw you off or to deflate you. You know, it's okay to come to an I am within, which is quiet, which is still, which is strong, which is, never ending, which is there in its quiet presence. That presence is okay. That quiet presence is exciting enough. It is enough. It's the good spot. It's where it's going on. You do have it going on within you. Do not allow the negative, comments, face slaps to create your I am and determine who you become. You determine. The power is in your hands. Healing is in your hands. Health is in your hands. Your I am is in your hands. It's not in their hands. You have to get it back. It's just like getting the covers back. This is mine, and because they will have you feel that you don't own anything. You don't own anything positive. Your I am is, they'll try to take you over. It's a way of, it's again, especially when you get on the spectrum of the psychopathic, you're talking about interspecies predators. These people will try to create a dead end for you in your life. Get back out the emotional flashlight. Nope, I'm not going down that path that they have opened for me. I'm going over here. Take your light and shine your light and go where your happiness is and be at peace. You are enough, and that is exciting enough to be well. I am, you are, and so it is. Namaste. This is your buddy, Peace and Harmony with you here today, and I hope that these videos do help please share, please subscribe, and for goodness sake, please donate for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support. Peace in, peace out, and peace be with you. Have a beautiful day.